Our next comic seems like a wild card. I'm not familiar with him, but his name sounds funny. So please put your hands together for Big Bear Love.
How we doing, guys? Let's get loud, Denver. I gotta move this. Hippies are a little clumsy. And he called me Big Bear, but I just lost 30 pounds of weed in the mail. I don't know how I'm gonna pay rent. And I look young, but I come from a different time. I've had a beeper in my day. And it wasn't even to sell weed yet. It was so my mom could tell me to come home. I knew they were tracking devices. But I came from a different time. I saw Blockbuster get put out of business by Netflix. I saw one of my favorite, Toys R Us, get put out of business by Amazon and Walmart. I saw heroin get put out of business by fentanyl. I come from a time where you could find a mystery bag of powders on the barroom floor and go home and have a good night. Nowadays, you have to know chemistry to take that cocaine home. I didn't come from free love like the hippies, but I at least came from mystery bag of powders is okay. But a hippie feels safe in Denver because you guys legalized pot. Kind of put me out of a job, though. Nobody tells you what happened to the weed man, the one that made it out. He delivers pizza now. DoorDash. And these people with the snowboard racks on the top of their car looking like cops, they're slowing down your food. I'm sorry, sir. But Denver, you guys legalized pot, and then the same year you installed all these traffic circles around town. You guys got stoners just doing laps. Lost. I've tried to come down to the South Club 3 or 4 times and ended up in Lakewood. Awesome. Any parents in the crowd? Awesome. Well, hippies, we don't have a lot of parents. We don't have a lot of kids because we're pretty childish ourselves. You guys keep track of the height of your kids on the wall? We keep track of the length of our hair. As the last time we saw a judge. I'm doing pretty good. But you guys think it's easy being a hippie, you know, because I don't have a real job. But how many times have you used your job to get out of doing things you didn't want to do? These people know I don't have to work in the morning. I had to help a friend move a fish tank on Tuesday. I'm going out to Limon this weekend to pick up a pit bull. I thought it would be nice if my friend got over his breakup with his girlfriend by getting off of my couch. But instead, we're getting a dog this weekend. Sometimes it'd be easier to have a real job, be a real boy. But my buddy, his parents are hippies, and growing up is confusing enough, but how do you go through that rebellious phase when you've got hippie parents? Get a job, go to school, get a degree, hopefully not vote Republican. It's kind of hard to run away from your dad's teepee, and he chases you down on horseback and says, "It's cool, bro, we can talk about it." But hippies, they did some good things for society. They invented the word grounded. You know, take away the tablet, take away the TV, get grounded. Before that, we just beat our kids. I think I'm still grounded. So spooning in my buddy's family, he's got hippie parents, I do not. Spooning in his family means laying with your lover. Spooning in my family means getting hit with a wooden spoon when you try and taste the gravy too soon. My buddy, I took him out to Burning Man. He's got hippie parents. And believe it or not, Bear Love is not my birth name. And I took them out there and they're like, "What's our hippie Burning Man name? What's our Burning Man name?" But they've got hippie parents, so their birth names are Blu-ray and Solmar. And so they realized they already came with hippie names, so the whole Burning Man, they went by Bob and Sam. You go by Bob, I'll go by Sam. It was perfect. And after the show, somebody who's got a hippie dad came up to me one time and she said, "Yeah, we got to choose our own punishment. We had hippie parents." And I was like, "What does that even mean?" And she goes, "Yeah, we got caught toilet papering, so we chose not to see our best friend for a whole week. I don't have hippie parents. I got to choose the stick my grandma would whoop me with off of the tree." Differences when you have hippie parents. Okay, you guys ready for your next comic?
Hey, he's doing my job. Hey, what's up? That was weird. That was surprisingly coherent, huh? I was expecting something crazier. Someone actively on mushrooms? I was like, that was going to be nuts.